Hey everybody, and welcome back to Red Level 3 Studios. My name is James Michael. I am the lead singer of 6am. I'm also the producer of the band. And what we're doing here is a series of videos where I'm taking you inside the production of the new 6am records, both volumes 1 and 2. Now, volume 1 is called Prayers for the Damned. We haven't released the title of volume 2 as of right now, as of the making of this video, so we'll keep that a secret. But today we're actually talking about the song Prayers for the Damned. And this is a real special song, and this is going to be a very special episode because really what we're going to focus on is the incredible guitar work of DJ Ashba. And what I love about this song is that so many different facets of his guitar sound and his guitar style are featured in this song. Primarily there are 4 dramatically different tones, and I want to point all of those out to you so that when you go back and listen to this song on the record, you'll be able to identify these things that I'm pointing out, and hopefully it'll just make it a little bit more interesting for you as you listen and are enjoying the records. So starting off on this song, what we have is a very classic clean guitar tone. Now, when I say a clean guitar tone, basically in the rock world, guitar tones are kind of broken down into 2 different categories: distorted or clean. And you'll see as I get into this production here what I'm talking about. The song starts off with this absolutely beautiful guitar part that DJ created, and the sound of the guitar is almost bell-like. It's just very pristine, and it sounds like this. So you can hear just how beautiful, and I don't know if you can notice that bell-like quality that I'm talking about, but that's how it sounds to me. So when I solo out just those guitars, you can get a better feel for just how pristine that sound is. Now, the day that we were recording that particular part of this song, we listened to a lot of different amplifiers, and it took us a long time to settle in on this particular sound, which just seemed to set up the rest of the song so beautifully. So as it comes out of that initial clean, very soft part, then it enters into the next part of the song, which sounds like this. A lot of stuff going on there, and there's a lot of elements that make up that overall ensemble sound. It almost sounds like an orchestra. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to solo out the element that we added next, which is basically a heavy, just a very aggressive rock guitar, and that sounds like this. Good driving rock sound. Then on top of that, we added what's called a swell, or a volume swell track, just to add some ambience to it, and that sounds like this. Very unusual sound, but when you add a little bit of delay or echo to that, it takes on a different feel. It almost starts to sound like a violin. So when we layer that on top of the heavy guitars that we have going on, it starts sounding like this. A lot of different tracks here, so sometimes it takes me a while to pull them all up. It starts sounding like this, and you'll get a feel for how they're all starting to work together. Now, you can't really hear specifically what that volume swell track is doing, so I'm going to boost that up in the mix a little bit so you can just hear where it's working within the ensemble. And that sounds like... it's very subtle, it adds to the overall feel of the sound. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the whammy guitar parts, which are kind of the theme of this. And they sound like this. I'm going to solo those out. Great part, great sound. He ran that through a whammy pedal, so when I was recording him, I was sitting there hitting the whammy pedal on time while he was playing the part. So it was a kind of a crazy day in the studio because we were doing all of these experimental things, but the result is this very dramatic opening, almost cinematic sound to this song. So when you put all of the elements together, here's what you end up with. Into the verse of the song. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that gives you a little insight as to how we do our recording sessions, and especially how we record DJ's guitars. He's such an integral part of the sound of 6 a.m. and hopefully by seeing this you get an idea of how we put all of these pieces together and create that overall sound. So we'll see you next time.